I didn't start dating until I was in my 30s, and I want to talk to you about some things I learned about real recently. Let's get into it. Namely, in the latest installment of our physical touch series, I want to talk about sleepovers. Now, here's the thing, y'all. Until the age of 32, I'd never been asked out. I'd never so much as held someone's hand. I'd never been on a date. So by the time I got comfortable enough to have a sleepover with a partner, that felt like such a milestone, but I was also so anxious and so nervous. So I want to talk about just a few things that helped bring that worry down for me. And maybe they're helpful to you too, but I just feel like it's an underrated form of physical intimacy that I want to get into. Now, regardless of whether or not the sleepover you intend to have is zesty or has a zesty or non-zesty conclusion, is entirely up to you. And it is okay for it to not be zesty if you're not ready for that. Which is why, so like for myself, I invited the gentleman I'm seeing over this evening for a non-zesty conclusion sleepover. And I wanted him to know that ahead of time for a couple reasons. One, I wanted to communicate how I was nervous and a little bit anxious. And fun fact about me, as a result of being on birth control, and I'm not even on birth control anymore, but this is still something that happens to me. When I am anxious, I tremor. My shoulders shake, my hands shake, sometimes my whole body shakes. And until I can convince my body and my brain that nothing's wrong, this is why I wanted to communicate it. So if you're worried about being embarrassing, just know Laura can embarrass herself so hard, because literally if I'm nervous about something, there's no way to hide it. It's fine. How someone responds to you when you set that boundary of whatever it is you want, if you want to invite someone over with the possibility for a zesty conclusion, with the certainty of a zesty conclusion, with no zesty conclusion whatsoever, my point is you are allowed to set that boundary for what makes you feel comfortable. And sleeping beside someone when you never have before is a form of physical intimacy that is so special. It's so sweet. Like you're cuddling, you're cozy, you're in a more vulnerable, relaxed state. Like these are all things that you are allowed to enjoy. Give yourself permission to enjoy, and it's okay that you haven't enjoyed them before, because you get to enjoy them now. But I am a big fan of communicating at least what you are comfortable with doing ahead of time, because how someone responds to you can be very indicative of their personality. If someone gives you a hard time, if they make fun of you, this is not someone who deserves the glory and the honor of sleeping beside you. They don't get to come. Now, people, of course, can lie. They can say they're okay with one thing and then not be all right, or try to manipulate you out of your decision in another. We're not aiming for that scenario. We're aiming for a scenario where someone is respectful of your boundaries, because that's what you deserve. Consent is hot. Respecting someone's boundaries is hot. And you deserve to have someone respect those boundaries that you set. It's perfectly normal to make that request. Now, other things I'd recommend, at least for me, the build up to actually sleeping beside someone, because it is more intimate. Laying beside someone in a romantic sense, even if you're not planning on taking it to past the PG-13 conclusion, is intimidating. So earlier in the night, if physical touch is a love language of yours, and even if it's not, cuddling, kissing, hugging, hand holding, making out, all of those things should be on the table. And to me, that's how I thaw out. I just need that thaw out period, because touch, especially romantic touch, is still something that is so new to me, even after the dating experience that I have had. So allow yourself the time and opportunity to get used to being in someone's presence. So like, make dinner together, cuddle and watch a movie, play a game. Like, you have so many options, but just like getting used to them being in your space. When it is actually time for you to transition to being in bed, having something to watch sometimes helps, because it's like an activity, right? Like there's something that you can concentrate on outside of this moment that might be a little anxiety inducing for you. So like planning on watching something once you're in bed. It is totally okay to communicate. Like that initial moment when you're standing beside the bed and both of you need to get in and you're nervous can be so, like, I wish my brain had more chill, but it doesn't. So laugh about it. You can laugh at yourself. Be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how nervous I am. Like, no one's a mind reader. Letting someone know what's going on in your head, even when it is not a confident thought, is a form of intimacy as well. You are letting someone know what you're really thinking and feeling. And oftentimes, they can help you through that. They can be comforting. My anxiousness around dating in general is something that I have to work on, like that I am continuously working on, moving from being a very anxiously attached individual to having more secure mindset is something I'm actively working towards. However, it is perfectly fine and a reasonable request for whomever you're dating, whoever your partner is, to help you get to calming that faster. So if someone can be reassuring, if someone can tell you it's okay, like literally, I can't tell you that phrase, it's okay, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter if I say it to myself. When I hear someone else say it to me, it's like flipping a switch. That is the assurance that someone can give you. Once you crawl into bed and you're figuring out your positions, it's very similar to just cuddling on the couch, but just know, like try it out. Resting on someone's shoulder, being tucked under their arm, being spooned, laying side by side, holding hands. There's literally so many options. They're all so romantic, and regardless of what other bonus activities you add to this evening, I feel like the moment itself should never be undervalued. Like, it can be so special. Know that bodies are bodies. You might fart, you might burp, you might have to get up in the middle of the night to pee. Like, all these are all things that are normal and natural. I'm wearing a little makeup right now, but this is about as much as I do. Be yourself. Go to bed with a clean face. Be original, be authentic, be however you want to be. I take it back. If you want to go to bed with a full face of makeup, do it. But babes, I just say live in the moment, be yourself, and see what happens. It's okay that you're nervous, but it's such a special, intimate, vulnerable moment, and you deserve all the joy that comes with it. I wish you the best night's sleep in the arms of someone that you like or love. I wish you the content that comes from knowing that you're safe. I wish you the joy of experiencing that intimacy for the first time and all that it can lead to if you so choose. But I mostly just wish you a happy cuffing season and Godspeed. If you have questions about this topic, let me know. And if you have words of wisdom you want to share for people having their first sleepovers with partners, zesty or non-zesty, drop them below.